Welcome to As the Crow Flies Hiking. I would like to show you my typical summer setup. On this episode, I'll show you with my hammock setup, and then maybe later I'll show you with my tent setup. But this is kind of my palace and home for the night. So first, let me show you kind of my pack and then all the things that came out of it. So come along with me here. So here's my pack. I've got it hanging on a carabiner to get it off the ground. I have one of these straps. I also double it as my belt. I forget what the company is that makes this, but it has a loop here and you can take a carabiner and hook your backpack to it. But I keep it up off the ground, and I keep a lot of things in there just so that the little critters can't get to it on the ground, and if they try to get to it, I can hopefully hear them right next to me in my head in the hammock. So all the things that I've carried on my backpacking trip came out of here, including my hammock, my tarp, my underquilt, and my quilt for sleeping tonight. So I've got all that out and set up. And then what I do is I take all my essentials that come out of the pack and I place them on a tarp-like material to keep everything from getting disorganized or lost in my camping trip. So this gives some contrast to the ground and I know what's here. So I've got my electronics and things in this bag. I've got my ditty bag, which I've done a video on. That's what I keep all my stuff in there. And then I have my food bag, which has my cooking things, and I keep it right out here. And then at night, I'm gonna hang it from a tree and hope that a bear doesn't get me or the food. I have my water bottles here. And then I have my clothing and things and extra clothing. So I also have my camp shoes that I put on. These are the Zero camp shoes or trail shoes that I put on. And I keep my hiking shoes here. In a camp like this, I want to be able to put my camp shoes on so I don't have to wear what I've been wearing if it's wet on my hiking boots all day. I also have what's left of the bags that I have for my hammock and tarp and different things. This is what I keep underneath me at night so I know where it is, and it's out of the rain because I'm underneath the tarp. Now let me show you my hammock and my underquilts. Come on around here. So essentially this is my setup. This is a Walhalla hammock. It's a wonderful hammock, super light, super comfortable, and it's a asymmetric hammock so I can sleep in it one way, the way that I like to sleep in it. And then I keep, well, in this trip it's pretty warm, so I'm just keeping a down blanket. Underneath, no matter how warm it gets, I still have an underquilt because you still can get cold, and I carried my underquilt and attached it to my hammock. And then it has a ridge line where I can hang some things at night. So this is what I keep in my hammock for the night, and I'm ready to go to sleep. I've got everything set up, but also I have what's attached to my hammock, which is the trees and the straps. So attached to them, I have these buckle straps with these nylon straps that attach to the tree and go all the way around one side, and then they come back and go on the other. I also have my setup for my tarp, which I use a Dutchware Stinger. I think that's the Stinger. And it has a little buckle so I can attach it to the tarp, and then I have a line that hooks on itself and I can just tighten it and make it as taut as I want to. But these buckle systems for the hammock work amazingly, and it's so simple to use. Then lastly, the most important thing for the night, if it does get wet, is to have a tarp. So I have set my tarp on a porch mode. I do that by using my trekking poles, wrapping them around with this string, and going down to the ground with stakes. But they also have these line locks to make it as taut as possible. This is an 11-foot TNT fabric tarp, and I absolutely love it. It's a great kind of palace tarp, and it gets me everything I need for the night. That essentially is my hammock setup for the warmer weather in backpacking. I hope you enjoyed this episode of As the Crow Flies Hiking. I would ask you to comment below, what does your setup look like? Is it like mine or is it completely different? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you on the next adventure of As the Crow Flies Hiking.